So this happened to me. I was working in my 20s very hard. I was, and I was striving along the horizontal path to accomplish the next thing, And I'd already, done a startup, and this was in the 70s, with these two physicians, and we had gotten really far and done a lot. I lived in a beautiful home overlooking the San Francisco Bay. One of the doctors wanted to marry me, was filling my house with flowers, bought me a car, I won't even go into it, but a helicopter overhead, the whole 9 yards. And it looked good from the outside, but inside, I had sacrificed something of me. I was so possessed with their goals about building this company, I wasn't really in touch with the things I needed to feed myself. So for me, it's like, taking time to journal or to go for a walk I love singing, dancing, whatever it is that turns you on. But those things are really important to the feminine part of us. And I had just completely excluded it. And then one morning, oh, by the way, I should say, we were burning the candle at both ends very much, too. It was the 70s. If you can read between the lines. So here I am. I wake up in the morning. I literally cannot lift myself out of bed. I knew immediately that this was something serious. I had never felt anything like it. And within 2 days, I was diagnosed with a life-threatening blood disease called lupus, which I had for 14 years. My doctor told me I would have it forever and that I would be on the medication, which was very powerful, for the rest of my life. So as you can imagine, things really changed and were really chaotic, and I quit my job. I left the doctor. I tried to change everything on the outside because I thought that would work. But it didn't work, and the voice in my head got more negative. So up until then, the whole lupus thing, it's painful. It's fatigue, it's joint pain, it's a lot of things, in and out of the hospital, chemo, blood transfusions. None of that compared to the pain I experienced from my own negative critics saying that I was not enough. So I could no longer measure up to the type A personality that was very identified with being productive and really a forerunner, somebody trailblazer, and all of that. It was really, really hard. And so although I continued to pursue my own passion in terms of human transformation, I was constantly learning everything I could about how to get free of that voice. It sent me on a quest. I had a blood disease, an autoimmune disease where your body attacks its own tissue. I only later realized what a metaphor for myself. And who was I if I was a foreigner to myself? And then, so who was I? I was swimming in a pool one day, and I heard that voice really strong criticizing me, saying, "You're a loser. It's all your fault you got sick. You have nothing to show for your life." And yet, I heard the voice. So I knew, oh my God, maybe that's not me. And so that's what really sent me on the quest to want to know, if that's not me, who is me? Because I had a sense that the real truth of who we are is kinder, because I was that way with other people. So I went on this quest to figure out who is my true self, and that's what sent me on this journey, and that brings me to this stage today, and that had me write this book that took 10 years. But that's the process, is like out of working through these, finding my own co-creative powers and being able to have some dominion over my thoughts, it gave me the power to be able to live my purpose, and even gave me the power to do something radical that I never ever expected in my life, which is to be healthy enough, because I got a miraculous kidney transplant over 20 years ago, changed my life forever, and allowed me to be strong and healthy again. And I was able to say yes to raising my 12-year-old nephew when my sister died. Sorry.